Hey guys, before this video starts, I wanted to let you know that it looks a little bit different than our normal videos. It's pretty shaky, and the reason for that is we had to use a different camera than I normally do. So if you watched our video, was it yesterday that we put up? At the very end, we showed you some footage of a crazy storm that came through our property. Well, to get that footage, I had to set my camera up and it got completely wrecked. Like, dirt is inside the camera underneath the lens. Anyway, we've ordered a new one. So I want to apologize to those of you who get motion sickness in advance because it is pretty shaky, but we should be running normally here in no time. I'm hoping to have the camera either tomorrow or the next day. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. I am excited about how the succulent arrangement turned out. So enjoy. Hey guys, how's it going? So today I want to give you an update on how our vertical succulent arrangement is doing that I made 7 weeks ago. So it was a really fun project. I built a box, planted it all up with succulents, and there's a watering can in the center, but I couldn't show you what it looked like in the end all installed on the wall because I needed to lay it flat for several weeks while the succulents rooted in. Otherwise, I would have had succulents falling out all over on the floor. So it's been sitting under a grow light inside of our house for the last 7 weeks, just sitting there growing on. It's looking really good. I've only lost 2 succulents out of all of them that I planted, so I think that's a pretty good ratio. I also had to wait till it warmed up a little bit because I'm going to be hanging it in our front sun porch, which is not heated. It stays a little warmer than it is outside, but I needed to wait until the nights were above 40. So first off, I'm going to take you in the house and show you the arrangement where it's been sitting for the last 7 weeks. I've also got to go find Aaron because he is going to help me with this project. So this is the kitchen on the old side of our house, and it's been sitting here on the table underneath this grow light for the last 7 weeks. And this room I'm super thankful for. It's a good spot to put projects like this that need some attention, like this light system. I mean, it's kind of hard to find space for something this big in rooms that you're actually living in. And Aaron and I installed this light system. It's just on hooks. You can see it there. I can just easily slip it off the hooks and put it away when we're done using it, and then I can bring it back out later if I need to. So today, after I move this and hang it up, I'll probably move this sweet little plant. I just picked this up. This is a Ruby Falls, I think. Ruby Cascade Peperomia. Has really pretty heart-shaped leaves. I love it. And the undersides are kind of a pinkish burgundy. Anyway, so this is where it's been sitting for the last 7 weeks, and I realized, I wonder if you can see detail really well. It seems awful bright to me. But everything looks pretty good. The only thing, and you'll be able to see this really well outside, is that some of the string of pearls kind of got a little puckered, but a lot of it's putting on new growth anyway. And then right up here, let me swing to this side. This is the corner where I lost 2. So I don't know, maybe I did something wrong with the watering on this corner. That's totally possible, but I need to replace one here and here. So I'm gonna go grab Aaron and we'll get this thing up to the front sun porch. Okay. All right, do I carry this from the front or the back? I gotta get through some doorways.
Do you want help? You want me to help you?
No, it's light. It's just kind of awkward, but I think
Can I go through this doorway over here?
Yeah. Okay. Think thin. Oh yeah, this is easy. I already opened both of these doors. Kind of handy. Alright, so this is where it's going to go. This is the front sun porch. I love this room. It's always so bright and so warm in here during the day. That's why I think even though the temperatures are still going to be in the 40s, I think these will be totally fine in here because it does warm up enough in the day that it keeps the temperature a little bit warmer than it does outside. But these are really the only 2 spots in this whole room where I could hang something on the wall. And I was thinking that it would be really pretty right here. So I've got to remove, that was there when we moved in. Still haven't taken it down. I thought I might actually utilize it at some point. So we'll figure out where we want it to be hung. I did bring out several things. Here, let me show you what I'm using. Now these are clearly, these are, oops. Oh, for crying out loud. These are out because these are way too big. So these were kind of, where's Benjamin when you need him? He usually bends down and picks these things up for me. Okay. And then I also decided not to use these little bolts. So it's between these 2, and I'm thinking that this actually, when it's not that heavy. It's just kind of an awkward piece. So I'm thinking these 2 screws will work just fine. And then we have a drill somewhere. Did you bring that out, Aaron?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
over there.
Okay. And then we've got a tape measure, and we'll measure the distance between, let me show you the back. See how we installed the little picture hangers? There's one on each side. So we'll measure the distance, and then we'll make our marks up there and get the screws put in the wall. But first, I'm going to show you guys how I water this thing. So I have my watering can here, and this is what I'm going to do even after it's hung. When it needs water, which I'm going to probably water it about once a week because this is just moss, it's not soil. So it dries out fairly quickly. I'll just take it off the wall, set it here, and then you just water normally. You just water them like that, you know. They don't need too much. Get these little guys. I'm actually thrilled with how all the sempervivums did, like along the side, because most of them had 0 roots. And so I thought that I was going to lose a bunch of them, but I didn't. Anyway, I watered this earlier a little bit, so I don't really need to give it a whole lot. The other thing I did notice on this was there was about like 2 or 3 fungus gnats, it looked like, that flew out of the moss earlier, like a couple of days ago. So I'm going to just go ahead and treat it. I'm using, this is an insecticidal soap, so it's for organic gardening. It's a really mild insecticide. The thing about succulents is, especially on echeverias, these soft succulents that have that like powdery coating on the leaves, you do not want to get any sprays on them. They don't appreciate that. So what I want to do is just kind of treat the moss, because that's probably where they're coming from anyway. I'm just going to get in there close and just spray the moss down. And I'm just going to do this once a week when I check it for water, just to get that under control. I mean, I only saw 3, but you guys know if you let like population of fungus gnats like take hold, you will have a very big problem on your hands. So this will help kind of keep everything under control. Preventative measures,